Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? I never know how to, introduce myself or start these videos, so it's always going to be awkward and weird. I got Cash here today, and we are talking ghosts today, so you need to get prepared for that. You can turn the lights off, you can hide under a blanket, you can get your dog, who's going to do whatever probably this whole time, and you can get ready. Because it's just me today. Just me and ghosts. If you want to hear my friends' ghost stories, you'll have to listen to my podcast because I'm not going to read their emails here because I would just be like this reading. So, yeah, if you want to hear theirs, you'll have to go to my podcast, but I'll fill you in on that at the end of the video. So, you want to talk ghosts? You want to talk about some ghosts? Oh, ghosts! We love them! Okay. So, I'll say when I was like 20, 21, I was living with my... Guys, you can't do that. I was living with my mom and my stepdad in this house that I don't think it was very old. It was like a nice house, like big house. I stayed like in the basement area, but like I could leave. I had a door. I mean, it wasn't like completely underground, but you know, I could go freely. So my bathroom was probably like the size of this bookshelf. I mean, it was small. And so I would fix my hair in my mom's bathroom because it was big and had way more light and like more counter space. So I would go up there. Okay, bye. And I would go up there and fix my hair. I mean, who wouldn't, you know? But my hair was really long then. It was probably like down to here or something. And so... So I would, my husband keeps texting me, I would go fix my hair up there. And I'm trying to think. I was fixing my hair. I think I was almost done. And, you know, when you get, like, down here, like, you can feel the steam on your arm or whatever. And so I'm fixing my hair, and I'm like, my arm's cold. Like, did my straightener quit working? Like, what? I don't understand what's happening. You know, I'm looking in the mirror, so I don't see anybody near me, and I think I would have known if someone would have came in with me. So I, like, turned around to look at something, and I'm not kidding. It looked like this guy, like, had his hand on my shoulder, like this. Like, if this is my shoulder, he had his hand. And then he didn't have a mouth. It was like just gone, or like sewn shut or something. And he had like these big piercing eyes and like this blonde like bowl haircut, and it obviously terrified me. So I screamed and I threw my straightener, which was a bad decision because the bathroom was carpeted, but you know, I didn't catch anything on fire. Like, we got it. Everything was fine. But I screamed, and I took off running. And I'm like, Mom, 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 oh my God, this is what just happened, and this guy, and he's touching me, and oh my God, da, da, da. And she's like, Cash, ew, you're on camera. And she's like, oh, well, that's interesting. I'm like, that's a weird reaction, you know? Like, I figured you'd be like, oh my God, or like, oh, that happened to me, you know, like, something. And she's just like, that's, you know, whatever. And I'm like, can you, can you, like, elaborate? Like, why are you so nonchalant about it? And she's like, oh, yeah, I've seen stuff. And I'm like, don't you think that you should be telling people that? And so she told me about how, like, she thought Brian, who was my stepdad, like, would go take a shower, and she'd go in there because the shower would be on, and she heard the curtain close, but nobody would be in there, or like other little stuff like that. And I'm like, we gotta get out of this house because apparently someone else lives here. Apparently we are intruding. And so they eventually bought a house in a different town, and I didn't go with them at first, but later I did. And I slept in like this smaller room, like it was a first bedroom or whatever. And I could see this guy, like, gosh, like standing in the corner, like just in the corner of the wall, like my bedroom door's here and then my closet was here and he was standing right there. And I'd be like, okay, man, like, you just stay over there and I'll be over here, and like, I don't need we don't need to introduce ourselves. Sorry I keep scratching my nose, but my gosh, my allergies are crazy. But anyway, he'd be standing in the corner, and I'm like, all right, whatever, do your thing. Maybe this is your room. I don't know. I just moved in here. But, so I finally named him James, because I saw him enough that I was like, he's got to have a name. Like, he's got to have some kind of name. So I thought James was a good name. And he's like a big guy. Like, it looked like he was like in the corner, like, working on his fitness. Maybe. I don't know. But there was one night where I was laying in bed, and I always just slept on like a side. I just never was like a middle of the bed person. I just always had a side. And I was sleeping on my side, closest to the TV. Oh, the lights just flickered. And we're never talking about ghosts again. No, it's snowing here, so it probably has something to do with that. But that was a little that was a little too strange. So I can't even remember. Oh, okay. So I'm laying in bed and I feel somewhat like, like when someone like like crawls in bed with you and then they like lay down and you're like, okay, whatever. Well, I mean, nobody was in bed with me. So I felt James like crawling in bed and then like plop down, and I was like, okay, that is enough. So I threw the covers over my head, like that's gonna do something because he's a ghost. I mean, he could get me if he wants to. So I was like, hey man, you can sleep if you want. Take your nap, take your siesta, and you stay over there, I'll stay over here, whatever. I did eventually fall asleep, and he didn't smother me while I was asleep, so that's good. But gosh, my God. So I lived to see another day. Hey, if you're gonna do that, go somewhere else. These people don't want to see that. Look, I'm smiling. They don't want to see it. You nasty. But yeah, I lived to see another day so that he didn't get me. And so one day, me and my mom were in the like den area, and there was like the kitchen was up a little higher, like behind the den, like you had to go up these 3 little steps or whatever. And they had like a window and like a ledge with pictures and stuff on it. So like if something would have fallen off, it would have hit me in the head and probably like I'd have to go to the hospital or something. But it was like the ledge and then the couch and then like the rug and the floor. And so we're sitting there talking one day, and this picture flies over me and lands in the middle of the floor. And that's like a good 6 or 8 feet, I guess. And I was like, oh, James is mad. He's pissed. We better start talking about him. But like mom would see him too. Like she would think Brian would be like making something in the microwave, and the microwave would just be on, and Brian would like be changing or in the bathroom or something, or like he wouldn't even be there. And he'd like move cups around in the cupboards and stuff like that. I think one time he threw a cup in my bedroom because my cousin was talking trash to him, and so there was like a table beside my bed, and a cup flew up and hit the wall, and I was like, you better apologize, because like you get to go home. I live here. This is my home. So like let's not make him mad. But that's really all I can remember. I feel like he did a lot more stuff, but maybe I blocked it out. But they built a house, but I talk about that on my podcast too, so I'm not going to give that away, just in case you're listening. But my story I've told to like everybody in the world, so this probably isn't a surprise. But yeah, so that's all I can really remember. Man, it is snowing like crazy, so that's what we're going to say caused the light flicker, the snow. And if you didn't see it, I mean, it was really fast, but there's a lamp back there, and it just went off. So, but I'm sure you could see it, because, like, there's lights. I don't know. That was weird, though, right? Like, oh, my God. So, we're going to end on that note, because if it was a ghost, I don't want to make him mad. And if the electricity does go out, I mean, my computer would still work, so I guess that doesn't matter. But, whatever. You can listen to my podcast, You, Me, and Benny. You can hear it. youmeandbenny.com/podcast. You can listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all kinds of stuff. Just look us up so you can hear the rest of the stories. But other than that, I'm going to go. Cash, Got any final words? Okay. Yeah. Well, if the ghost doesn't get me, I'll see you soon.